Hey everyone, it's Mr. Smith here again. Continuing with our lessons on multiplication, I wanted to show you a new strategy. We've been taught for the longest time, from what I know from when I was a student, when doing multiplication, we use what's called the standard algorithm. Some kids are able to understand that instantaneously. I'm sorry, I'm a little half asleep, but I'm okay. Others still struggle with that. So, the area model is an alternative to standard algorithm in doing multiplication. Some of you might like it, some of you might prefer the standard algorithm, but I would like for you all to know it so that way in the event that on the STAR test, your benchmarks, your tests, if you see any questions involving the area model, you could know what it looks like rather than be severely confused. So let's go ahead and look into it. Now, the area model combines the skills of expanded form of numbers with multiplying by multiples of 10 and 100. So, we're going to use the area model on the following numbers. So we're going to multiply these three right here using the area model. So to make it very simple, start, just like when we were doing strip diagrams, start by drawing a nice long rectangle and put a multiplication symbol in the corner. Now, the trick is your multi-digits are going to be written in expanded form. Single digits will be left alone. In this first example, we have 259 as our multi-digit, and our multiplier is a single digit. So 5 is going to go down here on the side, and we have to turn 259 into its expanded form, which is called which I like to call the pretty form. So expanded form of this would be 200 plus 50 plus 9. And the idea is wherever you see an addition symbol, draw a line cutting the rectangle into columns. Since we have a 3-digit number in the multiplicand, which is the first factor, we have 3 columns. So now we've done, this is where the expanded form comes in. Now we're going to go into multiples of 10 and 100 and using times tables. So let's do this. 5 times 200. Super sleepy. It's kind of late. Remember what we said in the last video. Multiply your non-zeros. So 5 times 2 gives me 10. I see 2 zeros. So 1, 2 zeros, and it's 1,000. Sorry, I was a little burp there. Same thing with the next one. This column's taken care of, so now we're going to go to the second column. 50 times 5. 50 is a multiple of 10, so we can multiply our non-zeros. 5 times 5, 25. I have 1 0, 1 0. So that's 250. And then finally, 5 times 9 is your basic times table. 45. Now, what I stress to the kids is you want to write the numbers you got inside the columns in order from greatest to least, and then you want to add them. 0 plus 0 plus 5, 5. 5 plus 4, 9. 0 plus 2, 2. Just bring your 1 down, and you would have gotten 1,295 as your answer. That's using 3 by 1. I'm so sorry. I'm yawning too much. Now we're going to go to a 4 by 1. It's the exact same process, only you're going to have an extra column. And the reason why you're going to have an extra column is because you have a 4-digit number. I have 8 in the multiplier, so down here is going to be just 8. And then I'm going to take 2,492, and I'm going to turn it into its expanded form, aka the pretty form. So that would be 2,000 plus 400 plus 90 plus 2. And as I mentioned, wherever you see an addition symbol, draw a line going down to split it into the columns. So now I have 4 columns. Now, again, 2,000 is a multiple of 100, because you think that's like 2100 flats. So basically it's the same thing. Multiply your non-zeros. 2 times 8, 16, with 3 zeros, so 1, 2, 3, 16,000. 8 times 400. Well, 8 times 4 are non-zeros is 32. This has 2 zeros, so 1, 2, 3,200. 8 times 9, 72. With 1 0, there it is, 1 0. 8 times 2, 16. So we add them. 16,000 plus 3,200 plus 720 plus 16. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 6, 6. 2 plus 1, 3. 2 plus 7, 9. 6 plus 3, 19. 19,936. Let me see, double check that. 6, 3, 9, 9, 1. Okay. Even your math teacher has to double check his work sometimes. Now the second one is going to be a little bit different, because unlike the first ones where the multiplier, which was 5 and 8, they're single digits, we have 86. That's a double digit. So this time around, I'm going to draw a little bit of a rectangle and the multiplication symbol. My first number is 45, so I'm going to write the expanded form of 45. 40 plus 5. Bring the line down for the column. But here's the thing. 86, we can't just write 86 here. Just like you did with the 45, you have to turn 86 into its expanded form. So now I've got 2 rows and 2 columns. Now the same rule applies. When multiplying by a multiple of 10, multiply your non-zeros and then add the zeros at the end. 80 times 40, 8 times 4, 32. They share a 0, so therefore 1, 2 zeros. Oh, I'm yawning so much. I am so sorry. I can tell you this right now. I'm not bored. Just a little sleepy. 5 times 80. Multiply your non-zeros. 8 times 5. 40. 5 has no zeros, but 80 has 1 extra, so 1. So that's 400. Now we're done with the first row. Now we're looking at the second row, the 6. 6 times 40. 6 times 4. 24. 40 has 1 0. 6 has none, so we have 240. And then finally, it's a times table. 6 times 5. 30. We go ahead. We do 3,200 plus 400 plus 240 plus 30. They're all zeros, so we just bring the 0 down. This is 7, 8, and our answer would be 3,870. Multiplication done differently. Of all the other strategies I know about multiplication, this to me is second only to standard algorithm because I'm already so used to standard algorithm. But even I have to admit, this is a nice little way to solve these problems if you are still struggling with your multiplication facts. I'm so sorry. I should not be yawning like this. If you're not too fond of standard algorithm, there's this. There will be other strategies I show soon. But I feel like this along with standard algorithm are the two best when it comes to multiplication. Parents, if you have any questions, like I said before, please contact me on Class Dojo or contact me at my school email, which is on the school website. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.